What is up, and welcome back. In today's episode, I am gonna go over my suspension setup, show you guys what I'm running, and pretty much go into details, kind of what I've done, anything that I've changed. Show you guys exactly what I'm running, just in case you guys want to do it too. Then you guys have the information. If you guys are not following my channel, please subscribe, click notification. Because I am basically uploading this when I get a chance, making video when I get a chance. I do work full time, so that I don't have a set time on dropping videos. So hit notification, that way you guys are aware when I'm dropping new videos and you guys can watch them. All right. Again, if you're not following, subscribe, hit like. That would really help grow the channel. Thank you. Let's get started. Alright, so I guess the best way to start is we'll just go from the front and then just walk all the way around and show you guys everything. Any questions that you guys may have, just comment on the on the comment section and I'll answer them. What am I running? So I am using the ARIZONAZCAR track pack. It's basically your no compromise suspension setup. It's a complete setup. It has everything from the rear end, all the brakes, coilovers, pretty much everything you need. The only thing it didn't come with is the sway bars. I do have to purchase that from Suspension Technique, but it bolts right in. It takes all the guessing work out of the suspension and trying to piece different pieces from different manufacturer. I went with this because I wanted to get rid of the stub axles. The stub axles, as you may know, they do break, and if they do break in certain areas, your wheels will fly off. So in this case, if the axle break, it just snaps off and your wheel stays intact, and yeah, you won't crash it. All right, so first thing you see is the Wheelwood 6 pistons brakes. This all comes in a kit, so these are ARIZONAZCAR stuff. As you can see, it's good quality. Every piece, as far as the control arms, pretty much everything else, it's a billet aluminum. I did switch to the 5 lug conversion. This brakes are 12.2 inches, I believe. See, I do have the coilovers, and what I ended up doing is I ended up getting the stance parts air cups, which I integrated to the ARIZONAZCAR track pack. Reason why I did that is that the Vr38 sits pretty low, if you can see it, but you can see it kind of hard to see, but you can see it right here. That's the oil pan, and it sits below the cross member, so I don't want the oil pan hitting anything, especially speed bumps, and the car does sit pretty low, so at least with the air cups I have the option to raise the car up, even though it's only a few inches. Any little bit helps. Like I said, I don't want to put a hole on the oil pan, or worse yet, hit something and it pulls the oil pan off and damage the engine. So so that's what that is. And I'll go around, kind of show you my trunk setup with the air tanks and everything. So I already routed the airlines. Everything's already routed. I already got the brake lines installed. They're all bled, no leaks. So that's the front. Actually, hold on, I'll show you one other thing. These are the sway bars. Suspension Technique. I don't know if you can see the part numbers right there. You can't see it, but anyways, they're your typical 240Z sway bars. Alright, so on the sway bar, I don't know if you guys will notice it, but it's backwards. I did that because if I had it the other way around, it hits the steering rack because I moved it forward to clear the motor. I moved it forward about a couple inches. You can see it, but it's hard to see. I basically cut the cross member and slid it forward, put some brackets, and welded it back up. Okay, so master cylinder. I believe they're not the 1-inch one. I don't quite remember what they are, but it's on the website for ARIZONAZCAR. It all came with the kit. Just bolt it right on. So, all right, this side, it's pretty much the same as the other side. Same thing, coilovers, the air cups. I did have to modify the top hat. What do you call it? Is that what we call it? Top hat? Anyways, I'll put up a picture of what it looked like. There's a lip on it where the spring sits. I ended up basically machining it flat so that it sits flat on top of the cups. I think it's better. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine if you just left it the way it is, but I wanted it flat so that all the weights distributed evenly. I'm sure it'll be fine the way it was, but I wanted to do it a little bit better. Alright, so as you can see, so billet aluminum, control arms, yep. Alright, so on the inside I installed a handbrake, hydraulic handbrake, for, you know, drift toe. Anyways, made a bracket, put it in. The Z doesn't have a lot of room, so I opted with this one. On my other videos you can see I had 3 choices, but I think this one works best for me, and that's that. Also kind of hard to see. I'm gonna be working my wiring sometime in the near future, so I just got wires everywhere, trying to mock everything up. I got this Silver Mine Motors electric power steering. It's a kit. I have the ECU here somewhere, but anyways, you bolt it right on. He supplies everything with it. It's a bolt-on affair, and you'll have power steering, and it'll be electric, and you don't have to run any hydraulic lines. On my last Z, I ended up switching it up and put hydraulic lines. I think I used a tercel rack, but it was a lot of fabrication. This one's a lot easier. You just bolt it right in and you're good. Alright, and this is my favorite part of the car, which is the rear end. Alright, I'll just show you guys down here. Alright, so this is the rear end. Same thing, it's all billet aluminum. I got the Suspension Technique sway bar. So this is the main reason why I bought the ARIZONAZCAR, because of this piece, and to switch it to regular axles or CV joints. That way if it breaks, it'll break right here. Even if it breaks right here, everything stays intact, nothing flies off. You do have a lot of adjustability with it. I am running a Q45 R200 diff. They are VLSD, vicious limited slip differential. This is a pretty cool piece. I like this. It's all machined, and yep. See what else. Couple things that I don't like about the ARIZONAZCAR is, let me show you this way, it's probably better. So normally you would have your adjustment for your dampener up top. So this one does not have it up top. It is in the bottom. The back side is fairly easy because you just attach a tube, or you can get those fancy ones. I just went with the rubber hose because it's easily available. That way you can adjust it. You can hear the clicks. That one's not too bad, but on the front, see, there's nothing up here. On the front, what I ended up doing is, can't see it, but I put a hole right here where you can put your finger inside, and I put some zip ties on the bottom of the knob so I can grab it with my finger. That way you can adjust it. It's kind of a pain in the ass because it's really kind of hard to do. You can get somebody have made a couple of different things where you put like I forgot what it's called, but you can a remote adjuster, I guess. You can adjust it that way, but there's really not a lot of room here. But hopefully I just set up once and call it good. All right. Another thing that I didn't like when I got the suspension, or this lugs, he sent me on the front they're 1.5 thread, and on the back it's 1.25, so they're two different threads. I tried emailing him, didn't really get any response. So what I ended up doing, I just ended up buying the lugs or the studs, and just switch it out. Not a big deal. I went with the 1.5 instead of the normal 1.25 because it was easier to do in the back than the front. So that's the reason why I have 1.5s now. As you can see, air cups in the back too, so I have all four sides going up and down. So that is that. You know, the whole suspension setup is a good quality setup. It's, I mean, you can see it's nice looking. It's well made, good quality. It's just a couple little things that need some, minor tweaks. All right, so the back side, this is where I mounted my air tanks. My pump's gonna go right there. It's not quite mounted yet. Runs this way. I'm gonna put a little gauge here. I just don't have that yet. So that's where I put the tank. I still need to run the wires. I'm gonna save those for last because I have a bunch of other things to wire up. But in a nutshell, that is basically my suspension setup. That's my favorite part. Any questions that you guys have, click comment and I'll get to it. Again, if you're not following the channel, click subscribe, hit like and notification, and I'll bring you guys more video. Now I understand that somebody commented that I should be, I could have a bunch of episodes if I was to do each one separately instead of just doing a recap. But again, I would love to. It's just time consuming, and sometimes I just go in a garage, put my head down, focus on doing the tasks instead of trying to set up cameras and things like that. So I do apologize. I'd like to bring you guys more content. I'll try to do so, but for now this is what I have given the time that I have. So hopefully next time I'll get more videos as far as DIYs. So again, hit subscribe, like, and notification, and I'll get that to you. So that's gonna wrap it up for me today, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.